positive attitude, no matter what's going on. My third book, the working title is Get Up. I'm trying to get it out at Christmas, my third book. I'm writing on it now. I mean, this story was epic. There were wild animals down there, for Christ's sake. The last thing I heard was a lion roar. I was like, what? I know you lying about the lion. You know, come on. The Cape Buffalo, the baboon jumped out of the tree and wanted a selfie. You know, he said he'd seen me on Fresh Prince. I was like, okay. So it's all that. I said to the hippo, I said, have you heard of Ozempic? Get your fat ass out of here. You're not eating me tonight. You know, it's all that going on.
You're like, go away. I mean, of course they want a selfie from the Fresh
Hakuna
Prince.
Matata. Hakuna Matata to the, what were they? What's the hyenas laughing at me? You know, it was crazy.
You're like, come on, I have to go to the Masked Singer. I've got more stuff to do.
Thank you. I've got the Masked Singer to do. Get out of here.
Well, I loved watching you on The Fresh Prince and all of your other shows that you've been on. Let's talk Blackish. I mean, Ruby Johnson. I mean, what a run, right?
8 years, primetime network TV. Who could ask for anything more? Great show, funny show, fun role. Got to, work with those kids who were amazing. And just wow is all I can say. When I wasn't working on the show, I traveled around the world. I was just telling somebody the other day, I've been pretty much absent from the world for 10 years. It was Disney, home, lines, home, Disney, home, lines. And then I'd get out of the United States and travel. Then COVID came, and then I had this accident. So now I'm like, what? Masked Singer? What? What else is going on? Who did what? It's like I'm back and the world has changed. So to have sung on The Masked Singer for this whole new demographic, I mean, they know me as the aunt, the mother, and the grandmother, but now they know I sing and that I'm an entertainer. So this was great to do. Stage is more exciting to me than film and television. So to be back in front of that live audience was great.
Well, that's where you got your start.
Yeah.
If your third book is anything like your second, I mean, I've read The Mother of Black Hollywood, and everyone, I mean, it is juicy. It is chock full of everything that you could possibly want in a book. So I just want to tell you, it was great. Do you remember a lot about your episode arc on Friends when you were opposite Courtney?
This is a good story. Marta Kauffman, who was the creator of Friends, her husband was Michael Sloff at the time, and he was my piano player who would tour the country with me in the 80s. So Michael and I were friends, and of course, so I'd show up at the house for dinner with the kids. I was always going to somebody's house for dinner because I'm the baby of my family. I don't cook. I blow up an egg if I try to boil one. So it's such a true story. I'm at their house for dinner, and Marta Kauffman, creator of Friends, she just mentioned, she says, oh, I just wrote a new pilot. I said, what is it? She said, it's called Friends. And of course, my next question was, well, are any Black people on it? And she went, well, there is now. So I did that part. She put me in the show and did that chef with Courtney. And I went on to work in other jobs. I didn't, that was my one and only episode, but that's history too. I mean, oh, honey, what a career. What a career. I mean, sometimes I would just visit IMDb and scroll myself, and I just can't believe it. I really, and then you look at the TV and film, that's not even the Broadway and the concerts. So it's nostalgic. It's amazing what I've done with my career. It was a gift. It was truly a gift at birth that I've tried to honor. When I sang my first solo in church, I was 5 years old.
Wow.
And for the reaction of the congregation, I stood there with my thumb in my mouth thinking, this is life. And I never looked back. I've been entertaining ever since. I've been a leader, you know, I was president of my class, captain of the cheerleading squad. When I got to college, I was in every play, every musical, got to New York. You read the book. Got to New York, got my first Broadway show in less than 11 days after graduating from college. Crazy. But it was because I didn't have a lot of fear. When you have a dream and your focus is narrow, you know, I wanted to be a star because I wanted my mother to love me. The world would love me if I was famous. That's how I thought back then. And so now you're rich and famous, Miss Lewis. Okay, don't ask me for the money. But anyway, to get it. So that's hilarious. I love saying it. I'm rich and famous. Don't ask me for no money. Okay. So anyway, you know, I've conquered the dream. And now coming back from this insane accident. Who are you now, Jennifer? Well, I can tell you one thing. I have been humbled. And now that I have a platform, all I want to do is share what I've learned with this next generation. And I want to make sure that they have air to breathe, their children and their children's children. I will use my platform to fight for what I feel is right in this world. And taking all of their rights away, I know is wrong. So I'm going to fight for the next generation to have the American dream as I did. I came from great poverty to great wealth. So I've lived the spectrum so I can say anything I want. And as long as you say it with love, they'll hear you.
Absolutely. Do you think, first of all, the next generation totally needs you, so I'm all for that. Do you think, I mean, is it too soon to wish that we have just a Blackish movie or I mean, it's too soon for a reboot. We have The Fresh Prince had Bel Air and it's done very well, but can we just maybe you can call up
Honey,
Anthony Anderson and get this going for me?
you know, look, Anthony and I were on the phone the other day about The Masked Singer, actually, because he did. I didn't see him, but we talked about it. Let me say this to you.